Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry to be standing in between lunch. Uh, so here's my presentation. It's about cloud transformation. Where I'm basically just going to share our story. And at the end, hopefully, we can share my own personal recommendations for those of you who's embarking, already undergoing, or maybe at the latter part of your cloud transformation journey. I started with a slide that says what used to be won by the biggest will now be won by the fastest. Okay, and this is true not just for the industry, but anywhere in the world. And what that means is we need to have the muscles, the capabilities to really be fast, in either bringing ideas to life, everything else, right? Sorry, may kinabit silang. First, let me explain why we need to go to the cloud. I think a lot of us, and I just realized this, I think this is like my third time that in an event I'm speaking particularly about cloud transformation. And one of the key questions really is, why are you going to the cloud? You're a bank, and stuff. On your left side, so bottom line, the Philippine economy has been growing tremendously pre-pandemic. I think now we're getting the momentum back again, but the bottom line is that the financial services are not trickling down to the masses, and that's part of what we wanted to do. True to our, it's not a lip service. We wanted to really do financial inclusion or prosperity inclusion, right? So it means we need to be able to provide affordable financial services to the middle, lower sections of society. And I think the pandemic really helped a lot. Prior pandemic, 70% of Filipinos are still unbanked. In the new data today, it has gone up to 56% are now, 50+% now bank, or at least with e-wallet or a bank account. So that's good news for us. On our side, there's a tremendous increase also from a client-based perspective, so we're getting there. We know that it should not just be us, so we're actually working with the industry, other fintechs and partners, for that vision. So 3 things why we need to go to the cloud. One is speed. Okay, so we needed to do things like cash out services, social amelioration program when during that time, the government cannot disburse all of the SAP or the ayuda. No, and so we had to step in and help, and together with some other banks and financial institutions. No, it's really no margins, no profit there, but to us it's being able to help. We had branch on wheels, agile releases, but bottom line, you can't get the speed that you want if you're not on the cloud. Okay, right now we have templates of infrastructure provisioning. So if the developers are doing something and they want to launch it to prod, all they need to do is push a button and the infrastructure will automatically be provisioned for them. In a layman's term, you can provision a small, medium, large, extra large type of compute, and it can be done, in minutes, practically all templated and done automatically. So speed's important. Hyperscale is important. You see a lot of things there, but my story is when we launched digital account opening, there is this phenomenon, even mobile check deposit, there's this phenomenon that we call virality. So what is this virality? Somebody posted on YouTube that, hey, guys, you can open an account without going to the branch with Union Bank in just X minutes. And then it exploded. So the kind of number that we're getting is super high, right? And your infrastructure is gonna die even if you do calculations. No, you maybe provision 20-40% headroom, but when you get virality, it's gone. You can't even serve it. And the thing with virality is it scales up And then it goes down again because it cannot be sustained there. It goes down but never to the same level it was before, and then it starts picking up again. How do you do that if you're not on the cloud? Good luck. You can try managing it with your bare metal and all, but it's gonna be really difficult. Cost transformation, I'll show more of this. There's lots of debates about it, but it's something I've done. I was an entrepreneur before. I was at Globe for 10 years before I joined Union Bank. I've seen all calculations. You can play around with the calculations. Some will argue that on-prem will still be cheaper. Not really. If you calculate all the costs associated, even the support and all, there's no debate about it. But some will continue to fight for it, and also, but hopefully, you make a decision, you move forward, versus you still analyzing, should we go to the cloud, not go to the cloud, should I do it, X% first, etc. I think the faster you make that decision, the better. At the end, we want all of those to provide better customer experience. So, cloud to us is, is no choice. We have to go to the cloud or we will not get to where we want to be. Where we are today, as we speak, we already have 1,300 workloads in Amazon, more than 100 actually in Microsoft Azure. So we implement multi-cloud or hybrid cloud. I'll share more about it. And so far, those that we've migrated to the cloud is 100% in terms of availability, knock on wood. Okay. There's still some that are on-prem, to be transparent, because we are at the thick of doing the city integration. So for most of you that know, so we're able to get the consumer business group of Citi Philippines with their divestiture, and we're now moving that. And after that, we'll move the rest to the public cloud. By the way, feel free to interrupt me at any time. So the next one is, don't mind the words there. What we're just saying is, when you do cloud transformation, when I did cloud transformation, I have a team. Okay, I have a person that takes care of infra and technology, people and process, security, risk compliance, BSP compliance, communication, financials. Those people we got to focus on cloud transformation. They don't do anything else. They just focus on the cloud transformation day in and day out. They don't have another job. You lead that particular track because there's going to be a lot of things that's ongoing. You're going to be accountable for that pillar, but that's how extensive we run the program. It's not a tech program, it's an enterprise-wide program. But we can share more of that. But first is to organize yourselves accordingly, have your cloud center of excellence so that you do this right. If you're thinking, we can do cloud transformation with the same people we have, and it's gonna be by the way, they also have their day jobs. Good luck, will not work. Maybe it will work, but it will die down. So we need to focus on that. So to some of the tech people, and also for those who's thinking about how do we organize ourselves and whatnot. The one you see on your left, so there's the IT mandate. By the way, I take care of the tech as well as the operations of the team. With me is actually our CIO, si Ma'am Christismo. So there are three major core mandates of the IT team. One is the solutions delivery, which means, somebody has an idea, you form a project, you put it to production. At the middle is actually the service transition, and then the service management. These are the guys that keeps the lights on, make sure that things in production are running. So the one that you see on your left, those are the pillars of IT. There's application, there's network, there's security. It's complex. No, IT is not simple. There's a lot of things that's being monitored. Now, the one on top is actually the solutions delivery team. And below is the service management. Normally, what's lacking is they don't have a solutions architect. So the solutions architect is if somebody has an idea, whether it's a business group or a business enabling, the solutions architect will talk to the network architect, the security architect, etc., to come up with a solution and say, we can bring that idea to life. This is how much it would take. This is how long it would take. There's going to be a single point of contact. And there's a separate team. Below are the application support, database administrator, system administrator. But when there's a problem, there has to be a service level manager that raises his or her hand that says, that's mine. Regardless whether it's an application, firewall, network problem, that's mine because I own the end-to-end SLA. Without that, you'll have a problem because they will just try to point to one another and no one is accountable for the end-to-end SLA of a service. So pretty much the same on top. But when you move to the cloud, this is what happens. Now, those roles, and this is why I said, I've played around with all the mathematics of whether it's more economical or not. A sysad, for example, in the bare metal world, if you can do 1:30, meaning 30 servers that you fire up, you need one system administrator at least. You can stretch to 40, but kawawa naman yung system administrator. That's like, world class already. And then you have database administrator with lower ratios, etc. So as you scale, you need more people, etc., more cost. On the cloud, you just need a cloud administrator because the one that will provision the IP, the firewalls, policies, etc., is just one person. And the ratio here, if you start, you can do 1:100 virtual machines or workloads. If you're efficient, it can go to 1:250. So we've grown, but the team that we've transformed to go here, we never actually added additional headcount. It's remained flat, even a little bit lower, but they were retrained. Okay, so we were very elaborate about what roles will will be eliminated and what the new roles are, and we have what we call a job canvas. So we tell people these are the new jobs that will come out. These are the roles that can go into that. Into those roles. This is from a concept that we've launched, where we said nobody gets left behind. So as we speak, we have, I think, eliminated more than 100 roles no longer existing in the bank today. Some teams are no longer existing because we've either automated, but there are new roles that came out. So we have a mapping of all of those. Learning. So the learning. This is a snapshot. It's just to give you an idea. We're actually done 100% here. So even business is training, even information security is being trained. We're training both on Amazon and Red Hat because we have containerized systems. The more commercial grade solution off the shelf that we buy is in VMware, so we can move from one cloud to the other, even from public to private. And the ones that we develop, yes, we do develop our own tech stack, because we see ourselves as a technology company. By the way, we're also a bank, but primarily we're a tech company. We build our own tech stack. We have about 16 to 19 IPs. We have intellectual properties for the things that we build. So we do the training. In the city integration, we've absorbed like 1,600 plus people. We are, of course, retraining them also so that they understand what is cloud about. Okay. It cannot be just the tech. You will have a problem, and I'll expound on that a bit more. So we train our compliance, risk, and financial management people because it will be different when you're in the cloud. Okay. So when we started, actually, the internal audit, the risk, they were afraid. What do I do? How do I check? I'm used to the maker checker, for example. How do I do maker checker when they've automated it? They have bots. They have digital employees with names and ranks that they promote if they have more capabilities. But when we train them, they now know how to do it. Is your bot that's running? Do you have a monitoring? Do you have a way to rerun the process? How do you check it? Is it still part of your mandate? You have regular employees, you have digital employees. How are you managing it together? So it's a new thing for them, but now they're more confident. Even our security team, which you will see here. They've undergone training, X amount of man hours, so now they're more confident. if you have a landing zone on the cloud, they know what to do. They know what to check. They know what things to say. So we did this because we need the buy-in of everyone. It cannot be somebody's doing it and then they're just like at the sides. You won't get no participation, no buy-in. So you need to really do it collectively. You are transforming them as well. It's good for them because now they can say, I'm a better internal auditor. I'm a better risk expert because now I can do cloud. I'm a better security engineer or architect. Just a couple of things more that we emphasized. Now, we are not also just migrating from on-prem to cloud. No, we're not just doing a lift and shift. This is a sample. This is our core banking system. We use 𝐜𝐴. By the way, we also use Temenos in City Savings. We use Thought Machines for UD and many others. We Sunline even. So if you want some guidance on what core banking system to use, we have a lot of expertise because we did not just like use one. But what you will see here, this is a re-engineered 𝐜𝐴. It's not it's on-prem. I'll just bring it to the cloud. No, it's actually re-architectured. It's running in microservices. What does that mean? If let's say mobile check deposit becomes big, it will scale that up, but not the others. If it goes down, it will scale that down automatically. If not, you're done. You'll have a problem before you scale it up, and things like that. That's why cloud's important to us. The emphasis here is basically just saying it's not a normal lift and shift. It's a change in the architecture as well. The regulatory body, you'll see there, we're very fortunate. So it's very important that you work with the regulatory body. Okay, they have a list of our plan. It's not like we go there to just ask permission. We tell them this is what we're launching today. By the way, over a period of 6 months, 1 year, etc., these are the things we will do. Okay, so we work with them, we plan with them, and the good thing is they're very progressive. You see a lot of things that they've done here. So took us a while to also work on, for example, we do our archiving on the cloud. So a lot will say, no, there's no way you can put your banking data on the cloud, especially if your cloud instance is in another country because there's no sovereignty. But, we told them data at rest is encrypted, data in transit is encrypted, the keys are in country. So even if a foreign country says for security, national security reasons, we're going to check your data, go ahead and try. The keys are with us. You don't have rights to do it. So when the regulators saw this, they were able to give us a clearance, and actually in a lot of ways we're even able to prove that it's more secure being there than trying to run it in your data center or your outsourced data center provider. So again, this is just an elaboration of that. This is from the Asian banker. This is about hybrid cloud. We can skip the emphasis on that. And for those of you who didn't know, maybe you thought we cannot go out of the country. Amazon already has a local zone. So we leverage on this because instead of getting international list lines, we're getting local list lines. And we were the first bank that has that. We will be putting more. Do we put everything there? No, because for resiliency, we want other zones to be available as well. We're just letting you know that, what's the difference of running it in a data center provider in country versus those? Not much anymore because they're already here, which is good because we lobbied for this. We lobbied a lot that, why don't you go to the Philippines? And we think there'd be more adoption if you do that. Okay. This is a blank slide that you're seeing, but I will play a video. This is just to show that, the kind of innovation we're doing. It's my way also of introducing you to the Union Bank Innovation Campus, which you will see at San Pedro, Laguna if you pass by SLEX. We actually built it during pandemic, which is weird because people are going out of the office, etc. But we're building it because we know one day this thing will happen when we will all be together, collaborating, etc. I'll play this then. I just have one last slide where I've summarized all my key recommendations for your cloud transformation. This will just run for a little over a minute.
It all started with a dream.
So, just three things before I move to my last slide. We also use technology to really help people. As we speak, we actually have people from Tahanang Walang Hagdan. They're persons with disabilities. They're actually manning, monitoring our ATMs, branches as we speak. They don't need to go to the office. They have monitoring centers. We train them. So it's just really allowing technology so that we can help others to be competitive as well. In the metaverse, we did NFTs. There's lots of good Filipino artists, but they don't know how to sell their products. If they don't have connections, they can't really, they're not sponsored by the museums and all. So we did a platform for them. They're able to sell their arts, So, we do those things also to ensure that, technology becomes really something that helps the country as well, especially those that are, might not have access to that. AI is actually scary because AI can help a lot. But can you imagine if in our society, the one that has access to AI are the ones with money? So what will happen to those that are, not fortunate enough to go to school, etc.? So we think about those. How do we use technology to, more or less level the playing field? Maybe they weren't able to finish a school, but if we can have an affordable AI for them, make them competitive, So we think about these things also. Going back to cloud, so this is my last slide. So I put up one last slide, my recommendations. And this is about two things. Thought leadership, which is important, otherwise your cloud transformation will fail. And then the cloud transformation itself. So first, be careful of digital transformation leaders with the Messiah or Savior mentality. It's either you have a polarizing or harmonizing leader. What normally happens? You want to do your digital transformation, guess what? They will get someone from outside. Sometimes even expats, etc., right? And that person, whoever he or she is, will come in and will have the Messiah mentality. You are all dinosaurs. I am the Savior. I'm the one who knows digital transformation. You're dead. Recipe for disaster. When I came in, and that's why I'm proud, even the team that's with me, they've been with the bank. I work with them. It's not like I came in, I bring my team so that we can replace the other team. It's not going to work. They're not going to help you, and if they don't help you, you're dead. You must respect the experience and the expertise of those people that have worked in your organization for many years, brought you to where you are today. For example, if I do automation, which we've done for more than 1,000 of our processes already that removed, or we had to move 500 people to other, plus people to other roles. If your goal is, just to eradicate, just lower down the headcount, what will they do? They will not support your automation. They will not tell you that there is an exception, that when it happens, this is what will happen. And then your transformation is dead. Main message, be careful when you get transformation leaders. If they have the Messiah mentality, prepare. And sometimes you'll notice it because it polarizes the organization. There's the BAU and then there's the transformation team. It's as if transformation is exclusive to one versus it should be, all-encompassing. I can see some smiles, faces. I can read like who's experiencing this problem. Marami po, hindi kayo nag-iisa. Second, Agile will not work if the HIPOs, the highest paid officers, will continue to think that they have the best and brightest ideas. Bakit? Kasi you will tend to report to them because I want to check, because I'll give you the advice, etc. And therefore, you can never be fast. You are not empowering the squads to prioritize themselves, to pivot if they need to pivot, because everything goes to that leader who thinks he has the best and brightest ideas. By the way, you can take a picture, print it, send it to your organizations. No? Number 3, we must be humble enough to accept the fact that we cannot be where we want to be without our real partners. Plan with your partners and clients. I'll tell you what happens. You do your strategic planning, you have a target, and then you have initiatives so that you can meet your revenue targets, etc. When you're done, you will have initiatives. That's the only time you will involve the vendors. Pwede bang isara muna yung... So that's the only time you'll talk to vendors. You'll talk to vendors because you want them to help you implement your initiatives. Right? Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Because the vendors, the partners, have a view that we don't. They work with so many clients, they work in different countries, you don't have that. So what will happen is you release an RFP, right? And then they read it, they actually feel like, oh my God, they're going this way, the entire world is going this way. But they will not tell you. Because if they antagonize you, they will lose the bid. So they will just say, comply, 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 but, something like that. And you never really had a real conversation. So I tell my team, the reason you plan strategically amongst yourselves subliminally, you're saying, we know it. We don't need them. Okay, rethink. So they say, you must change your mindset. Change the way you plan. It's totally wrong. You're missing the point. You're not getting other perspectives from the partners. Number 4, the key differentiator. Sorry, before I forget this. I invented a new term, and I'm claiming that I invented the term. They say you must change your mindset. Okay? The term that I introduce is heart set. Because sometimes I think, why is it hard for people to change their mindset? Because it's not emanating from the heart. I'll tell you in the next bullet. My belief is the key differentiator for organizations of the future is not technology, but human centricity. Yes po, I'm a technology practitioner. Yung iba kasi, ano ka ba, HR ka ba? Hindi po. Yun po yung belief ko. Bakit? And then, actually about 2-3 days ago, there was a town hall with the customer engagement team. I stand before them, and then I was talking to them. And then I said, very simple. If I give you a case, and the case came from our chairman or our president, what will you do and what will happen? They have the same answer. It will be done in less than 24 hours. Okay. If I give you a case from someone named Jackie Jimenez, etc., what will happen? Someone you don't know. Maybe 24 hours, 48 hours. Question, why? Because, honestly, you look at your chairman differently from somebody else. And so you behave and you serve them differently. That's simple. Human centricity, I was telling them, is about transformation of the person. And this is what I was saying, heart set. Because you have to honestly look at yourself and how do you really look at your clients, at your people. And this is the reason why a lot of people don't understand. I call everyone sir, ma'am, even the security guards, the messengers. It's to remind me that regardless of their status, I consider you like my chairman so that I will behave accordingly. It's my own way of, transforming myself. And that's why I say it's heart set. Changing not the mindset, but the heart set. Are you genuinely, truly concerned about people, about establishing relationships with them? The organizations that will be able to do this are the ones that will thrive in the future, not the ones with so much tech, because tech, everyone will be doing tech. At the end of the day, we're human beings, we long for warmth, and these are the experiences that will be remembered by people, that will develop the trust and etc. On cloud transformation, if you're not in the business of running data centers, don't operate one. When I came in, we had 2 data centers and we have lots of problems, whether it's cooling system, automatic transfer switch, etc. Forget it. You're not in that business. Let somebody else do that. Number 2, virtualize first, especially for the banks. When I came in, I know that the industry is heavily regulated for a reason. We embrace that. That is the industry. It's in the industry of trust. We virtualized 97% of our systems. And what we did was we're actually moving either microservices or VMware to VMware. If there's an issue, we just bring it back. It's more simple. What a lot of transformation partners will not tell you is they'll assess and then they will say we need to refactor, replatform, right? They will change it to the native cloud. But when you do that, you're going to retest. And when you retest, you're going to stop your BAU because you need all the resources and then you get stuck. Nothing gets to the cloud because you've done it different. And the partners will not tell you because they will just say, oh, you need to be equally committed. If you're not committed, we cannot get to the cloud. But they never told you because they will not be able to close the deal. Right? So be careful. So what we did was, I'll virtualize, I'll move to the cloud. Then I can worry about, do I refactor, replatform? While that's happening, I'm already in the cloud. And my costs are more effective. And this is how we can do 1,000 plus. By the way, this is like the first 10, 20, 30 done by partners. The rest is done by the internal team, giving them confidence that I can do it. They're the ones who did most of the lifting. Go for hybrid cloud. So we invested on VMware and Red Hat OpenShift. You can choose any microservice or application containers so that you can move from either Amazon to Microsoft to whatever cloud, Google Cloud, Huawei Cloud, Oracle Cloud, or even back to your on-prem. And I mentioned this already, it's not an enterprise-wide transformation, and it has to be an enterprise-wide transformation, not just technology. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you, and see you in the cloud.
All right.